Hello, my name is Robert Mason Corey, and for my final project, I chose to do an overview for the 2013 film The Flu. The film was released on August 14th, 2003, 2013, with a runtime of a little over 2 hours. And while not a major success at the box office, it did generate almost $20 million and has since seen some resurgence with the COVID-19 pandemic. The director of the film, The Flu, was Kim Sang-soo, who has also been the director of other notable films such as Asira, The Warrior, and Please Teach Me English, with his directorial debut coming in 1993 with the movie Beat. And as a director, he has taken home a couple of awards, winning Best Director at the Buell Film Festival for Asira, and being nominated for 3 other awards at other smaller film festivals. And through listening to interviews with him, it does seem like he is a genuine director and likes to hear the opinions from his audience, hear the opinions from his writers and other, stars of his movies. And he does care deeply about the work of cinematography and crafting a great story that, being open, like I said, being open to the ideas of his fellow writers. With the movie writing and The Flu, he actually was okay with originally, trashing and scrapping his original script and eventually, listening to his writers and crafting something that was a great script in the end. And the cast of The Flu also did a great job in creating an enticing story and allowed for the audience to truly feel their pain and the emotions of some of of the things. And some of the notable members of the crew and cast were Park Sue, who in the movie plays Kim In Ha, and she has won numerous awards herself and has been in other notable projects such as Sunny, Midnight FM, or more recently High Society. And another notable member of the cast was Jung Kyuk, who in the movie plays Woo Ji-gu, and he has appeared in many other projects as well, including The Slave Hunters, for which he was nominated actually for an International Emmy. And he's also a very versatile star, showing up in big and small screen things, but also as an author and even a musical artist early in his career. And some of the notable other cast members also were actors and actresses such as Park Min-ha, Ma Dong-seok, Yo Hae-jin, and Cha In-pyo. And while the film does not specifically focus on an outbreak that occurred in the real world, it does have some ideas that carry over from events and other outbreaks, such as the SARS outbreak in 2003, or even the swine flu H1N1 outbreak that occurred only a few years before the film actually came out, happening in 2009 and 2010. The director also drew some inspiration from other notable events in South Korean history, such as the Gwangju uprisings, which were a major, government overreach. And some of the actions can be seen, by the government officials and the fictionalized characters that, drew their inspiration from this event. And as the title suggests, the film is about a fictionalized outbreak of the flu, or in this case, the H1N5 virus, which comes mutated in a shipping container full of immigrants into South Korea. The surviving member of the container escapes, ensuing a chase across the city for him because he is still viral. Along the way, he does infect many people, causing quick spread of a disease that kills its victims within 36 hours. And this causes the entire city to actually be locked down, leaving Kim In-ha and Woo Ji-gu together to find a way out. And while they're locked down, they eventually find the first survivor and are able to extract his antibodies, which is the key for them to escape. But along the way, he is killed, and the daughter of Kim thankfully is given the antibodies before he is killed, and before she dies, and she becomes the key to safety, thankfully, right before they're actually bombed, and they reach out and find a way and secure a way to safety for not only them and the city, but also the entire world. You know, if the endemic were to spread, it would have killed numerous, millions of people. This movie also does bring up some great discussions on topics such as quarantine and response to deadly pandemics that have potential to take many lives, and as it allows us to see both sides of the situation from a view of seeing the issue from afar, since this movie was made before the COVID-19 pandemic. So the director, he does a great job of showing how detrimental it can be and how tough it can be to be basically cut off, as an entire city, and almost having to come within seconds of actually wiping the entire city out. And many officials today had to make similar decisions, similar tough decisions, and it makes me have much more sympathy for them because the decision is never an easy one, whether it be to lock things down or, keep the hope that the citizens themselves will do the right thing, because it seems like in the end there really is no right decision, whether you give people the more, personal freedom or lock people down. Either way, it seems like people are going to be unhappy and it's going to be the wrong decision, which is very tough. And as I said, in the response to the fictionalized pandemic, it's very similar to actual events of our lives today. And I have heard before that life imitates art, and I like to think that it shows very much in this movie, as the world response imitated aspects of the film, such as the worldwide craziness to the pandemic that happened at the beginning of the first wave of the virus. Other films have also done a great job of this, such as the American film Contagion, which was released in 2011, which has similar plot to that of the flu, and both do a great job in predicting human behavior in these situations that we only now wish were fictional.